Thank you. Thank you. In closing, we'd like to say that it's been an honor and a privilege for us to come back to the hotel school where we were in your seats 25 years ago and have an opportunity to tell our story. We were in your seats 25 years ago and dreamed about coming back someday and being here where we are today. We're proud to be graduates of Cornell, and most specifically, graduates of the hotel school at Cornell and hoteliers. We want to thank the following people. First of all, we'd like to thank Dean Johnson and his wife, Jill, who we had the pleasure of having dinner with last night. Thank you very much for having us. We secondly like to thank Candace Smith and Liz Flint in the Dean's office for all their hard work in preparing for today's agenda. We'd like to thank the esteemed and distinguished faculty at the hotel school for all they gave us when we were here and all they have given you throughout the years. We'd like to thank our student hosts, Arthur Chang and Christy Gibbons. And Christy's been hobbling around in crutches and been very gracious. Thank you both for your help today and yesterday. We'd like to acknowledge the audience for being such a great audience with us today, and it's been very warm for us to come back today and speak to you. We'd also like to thank J.J. Gant, who's a graduate 04, who came to our company 2 years ago upon graduation. It's been a great addition to our company. It's great to have her around our company and has helped us with the presentation for today. We'd also like to thank our families. I'd like to thank my wife, Janet, and our 5 children, Brian, Russell, Greg, Julie, and Jesse.
And I'd like to thank my family as well, my wife, Ellen, and Jordan, Jamie, and Jenna. Thank you for all your support throughout the years. One more thank you. And we'd also like to thank our mother, who's been the matriarch of the family and continues to support us.
Every day. Wait. I'd like to also note that our mother works for us 2 days a week in the office and has the best vacation package in America. But we love having you in the office. And with that, we'd like to invite the dean of your program up here for a few minutes, and then questions and answers.
Q&A for our speakers for 5 minutes to take some questions from the audience. Could we bring the lights on? You say that you see one leader, or you do everything on a consensus basis, and as your children still develop their own interests, how do you stay effective with succession planning as far as who would take what role that might be?
The first question is a loaded question. Coincidentally, you probably wouldn't be you're not going to hear too much advice in this world to go in business with your direct sibling, because a lot of times it doesn't work out that well. For us, it's worked out fantastic. We have different interests, and we complement each other really well, and for us, it's worked out perfectly. In many instances out there in the country, it doesn't work out so well, but for us, it's worked out beautifully. For succession planning, I'll leave that to Steve.
I thought you were going to answer the whole thing. We haven't given a lot of thought to succession planning, to be honest. I mean, but I can make the point and say that we're, one of the benefits of being in a business and having different business interests is that your children can come into it. So whether our children do or don't, is still too early to say. But we're, happy to have a business that affords that opportunity.
I'll let Steve take the first, and I'll take the second.
Criteria is, we really, one of the points that we maybe didn't bring out that much, but one of the things that we really focus on is just that, is being focused and having a specific niche that we focused on. And that was 200 to 500 room hotels, branded, and the only independent we did was Algonquin. That was a unique situation because it was in Manhattan. We always look for high barrier to entry markets where it's difficult for other hotels to come in and compete with us. And another big factor is diversity of demand. So we like to have tourist business, convention business, commercial business, and even within the segment of commercial business to try to make sure we have different industries. So pharmaceuticals and automotive, different segments within that. And that's kind of our main criteria.
As far as the second question goes, we knew we needed a hook, an angle, as in any, I'm sure you learn in marketing. And the angle that we realized we had, the advantage we thought we had, was that the other buyer was a financial buyer, was CNL. And they were going to buy hotels and be in and out in several years. And the angle we had was, we convinced him, and rightfully so, that we were going to be a growth engine for Starwood. That we were 2 hotels. If they sold us this portfolio, it would be 16 hotels. We'd have mostly Starwood hotels in our portfolio, and we would then have a platform to grow and start building and buying and converting a lot of new products to Starwood branded hotels. That we would be essentially an off-balance sheet company for his company. And we convinced him of that. In fact, he didn't quite believe us, and so we ended up signing a note, personally, Steve and I, for a lot of money, that kind of put our money where our mouth was. And the note was out there, and every time we bought a hotel, we would take the present value of the franchise fees and go against the note. And in 2 years, we had done enough deals where the note was amortized down to 0. But it kind of showed him our commitment to grow his brand.
We're getting along in time, so I want to thank both Gary and Steve for coming here today. I think this is a great example. We have actually another alum you may have heard of, Ken Blanchard,
Yes.
who is author of The One Minute Manager, and he's noted for saying that hoteliers dream big dreams. Gary and Steve are a great example. They not only dream big dreams, they live those dreams. What I learned today, though, is you have to choose between blueberries and strawberries. So I'll give you my take on the blueberry-strawberry. About a year and a half ago, I was a blueberry. I'm from Michigan. And I had a choice of staying as a chaired professor at the University of Michigan, which was a very good job, or the strawberry, Cornell. And it was different. It was new. I said, I don't know. There were all these jokes. Beans, a 4-letter word. Beans don't grow old. It was their faculty. That's the other one. So I felt the fear and said, what do I want to do the next 10 years of my life? And I felt the fear. I did it anyway, and I'm so glad that I did. So it's a great example of our alums that have felt the fear, done it, shown how you can be successful entrepreneurs. I wanted to thank them for coming today and sharing their experience. Thank you.
That's a perfect follow-up.
Thank you. Our tag team again, Barbara and Christy, to come along and do a short presentation.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Gary and Steve Mendel, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and students, we thank you for taking your time to be with us today. As a token of our thanks and a register of our appreciation, please accept this artwork and calligraphy by our very own Professor Emeritus Robert E. Chase.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much.
Yes, I did. It got me interested in finance.
Now join us outside. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
Arthur can get these to your room.
Okay.
That's great.